ఉత్తర అమెరికా తెలుగు సంఘం నాట్స్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో న్యూజెర్సీలో కాఫీ విత్ కాప్స్ కార్యక్రమం ఘనంగా జరిగింది. అమెరికాలో భారతీయుల భద్రతకు అక్కడి రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వాలు చొరవ చూపేలా ఈ కార్యక్రమాన్ని నాట్స్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో ఏర్పాటు చేశారు. గతంలో పలు ఘటనలు జరిగిన విషయం మనకు తెలిసిందే. అమెరికాలోని పలు నగరాల్లో భారతీయులు భారీ సంఖ్యలో ఉన్నారు. వారందరి రక్షణకు అక్కడి ప్రభుత్వాలతో పాటు నాట్స్, ఎన్ఆర్ఏ సంఘాలు కృషి చేస్తున్నాయి. అమెరికా ఆర్థికాభివృద్ధిలో భారతీయులు నిజాయితీ, నిబద్ధతగా కష్టపడి పనిచేస్తూ భాగస్వాములవుతున్నారు. ఈ క్రమంలో అక్కడి ప్రభుత్వాలు కూడా భారతీయులకు ఎలాంటి ఇబ్బందులు రాకుండా చూసుకుంటున్నాయి. ఈ నేపథ్యంలో ఈ నెల 22న శుక్రవారం సాయంత్రం 5:30 నుంచి 7:30 వరకు ఎడిసన్ నగరంలో కాఫీ విత్ కాప్స్ అనే కార్యక్రమాన్ని చేపట్టారు. ఈ కార్యక్రమాన్ని నగర మేయర్ శ్యామ్ జోషి ఆధ్వర్యంలో నిర్వహించారు. శ్యామ్ జోషి భారత్కు చెందినవారు కావడం విశేషం. ఎడిసన్ నగరానికి తొలి భారతీయ మేయర్ శ్యామ్ జోషి. ఆయన నగరంలో భారతీయుల భద్రతకు పెద్దపీట వేస్తున్నారు. దీనికోసం అక్కడి పోలీసులతో భారతీయుల భద్రతకు కాఫీ విత్ కాప్స్ అనే వినూత్న కార్యక్రమాన్ని చేపట్టారు. కాఫీ విత్ కాప్స్ కార్యక్రమాన్ని నాట్స్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో నిర్వహించారు. మేయర్ శ్యామ్ జోషి సూచనల మేరకు కాఫీ విత్ కాప్స్ కార్యక్రమానికి హాజరైన 2 పోలీసు అధికారులు ఎడిసన్కు చెందిన సుమారు 200 మంది భారతీయులతో చర్చాగోష్ఠి నిర్వహించారు. దీనిలో భారతీయుల భద్రతకు సంబంధించి వారి సందేహాలను అడిగి తెలుసుకున్నారు. ఇంటర్నెట్ ఫ్రాడింగ్తో పాటు చుట్టుపక్కల వారితో ఎలా మెలగాలి, ఆగంతుకుల నుంచి అప్రమత్తంగా ఎలా ఉండాలి, దొంగల బారిన పడకుండా ఎలాంటి జాగ్రత్తలు తీసుకోవాలి, స్కూల్ పిల్లలు దుండగుల బారిన పడకుండా ఉండాలంటే ముందస్తు జాగ్రత్తలు ఏం తీసుకోవాలి, ఇలా భద్రతా చర్యలపై కూలంకషంగా చర్చించారు. ఎడిసన్ మేయర్ శ్యామ్ జోషి చేపట్టిన ఈ కార్యక్రమంపై పలువురు ఎన్ఆర్ఐలు హర్షం వ్యక్తం చేశారు. ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో నాట్స్ చైర్మన్ ప్రశాంత్ పిన్నపనేని, ప్రెసిడెంట్ బాపయ్య చౌదరి నూతి, బోర్డ్ ఆఫ్ డైరెక్టర్స్ శ్రీహరి మందాడి, టిపి రావు, బిందు ఎలమంచిలి, ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్ సెక్రటరీ మీడియా మురళీ మేడ్చర్ల, ఎక్స్ చైర్మన్ అరుణాగంటి తదితరులు పాల్గొన్నారు.
And myself, Detective Dong and Detective DePaulo, and eventually Detective Chang will be the next bike officer. We ride the greenways, we ride the parks in the summertime. Back in the day we had a mounted police where we had horses back here, but we couldn't afford to keep them any longer, so we don't have the horses anymore. There's 2 types of policing. There is reactive and proactive. Reactive policing is when you call 911, you're in a car accident, you need a police officer immediately, we'll be there, right? That's reactive, sorry. Anything proactive is we're going out, we're making stops on traffic violations, we're arresting people for drugs, illegal crimes, activities, and so on. The Patrol Bureau, right now we have 189 police officers in Edison. 189 is the number. That includes all the officers, including the supervisors, all the way from the chief of police to patrolmen. We have a detective unit. The detective unit is branched out into narcotics, narcotics vice, burglary. We actually have a burglary unit with 3 officers in there and a supervisor, so 4 officers in there. And we have a community policing unit, which is us. Our function is going out, speaking to crowds, informing the community about the police department. We have a traffic unit. You guys know where the traffic unit is. They're the ones that give out tickets. So when you go over Oak Tree Road, speeding. Apart from that, we work 4 days on, 4 days off, which is our patrol schedule. So they'll work 4 days in a row, and they'll be off for 4 days in a row. There's 3 shifts. The shift starts from 6:10 to 4:30, and then there's the afternoon shift from 3:40 to 2 o'clock, and then the midnight shift from 8:40 to 7 a.m. Anytime between 8:40 and 2 a.m., there's about 30 officers. Right now, as you guys know, we've been getting crushed with vehicle and car burglaries and home invasions, so we have increased during the hours of the night. There's 30 additional officers, so we have a total of almost 60 officers in between 8 p.m. and 7 a.m. And these are all, they're forced to go out there to patrol the streets and to make a difference. These are some of the census from 2021. We had 74,000 calls of service. I think it says 78,000 calls of service. That means 78,000 times the phone rang saying, 911, what's your emergencies? That's 78,000 times in the year. That number is actually wrong. Since 2023, I believe it's 130,000 calls of service in the year. So you can only tell that our our town is getting busier and busier. And besides, we have about 150,000 residents in Edison, but during the day, about 1 million people visit Edison between Raritan Center, the residents, and then we have a commercial area too. We have 4 Amazons in Edison, 2 FedEx locations, these are the middle hubs, and we have a UPS hub that's here as well. And if anybody wants to know, we also have Garda, which you see the big truck Garda is also here in Edison. So Edison, inside of Edison, there's a donut hole, which is Metuchen. Edison is 32 square miles. And it is not, there's some farmland, maybe like a couple acres, but the rest of it is all residential and businesses. So we're always busy, we're always running around. Our township, like our officers, we've been tasked or assigned 6 districts. It's the north and the south, districts 1, 2, and 3 in the north, the south, and districts 4, 5, and 6 is the north end. That's the 08820 zip code. So our patrol bureau, which is the guys and girls you see on the road in the police cars, their function is to patrol the streets, look for crime, and then if they're not looking for crime, they're answering calls of service for 911. Traffic accidents, thefts, robberies, reports, stolen property. Our community policing unit is myself, Jason, Shirley, and Chris. Anytime there's a large event in town, our officers are at that event just to, have a conversation one-on-one with you guys. We were with I forget the person's name earlier. We've met him during Diwali. We have a large. Last year was our first event we had at Diwali. About 12 to 15,000 people showed up to Edison right over here for Lake Yanni. So that was a big event for us. Our community policing unit, if you guys have if you guys live we've been to Village Point, if you guys live in a community where there's a lot of people, you guys want us out, I've given my information out, I'll also give it out by the end of today. We do come out, we speak to you in your community and how to keep yourself safe. If anybody here is 18 and above, we do have the auxiliary program, which is a volunteer service for anybody. You have to be an Edison resident, you have to be over 18. And it's the auxiliary program where you guys help out during parades, you guys help out during, if there's a natural disaster, like there's a storm, and we need extra patrol. You're not going out there catching bad guys, you're going out there maybe blocking the street, helping with directing traffic. During parades, you're like as extra security at positions. You guys, if anybody has been to Diwali or the other bigger events, you'll see the auxiliary officers. They're wearing like blue uniforms with the black pants. We also have an Explorers program. That's for anybody who is in high school. It counts towards volunteering towards college if you guys want for your kids. It's a great program. You get to interact with the cops and be at certain events. Other than that, do you guys have any questions? I'll be taking some stuff and you're home safe. Edison has gotten a few burglaries recently, and you guys are concerned. First and foremost, if you see something out of the ordinary in your neighborhood, please call us. There's no harm in calling our non-emergency number and giving us a tip. I'll give you a second. If you write this phone number down, it's our non-emergency phone number. It goes directly to a dispatcher, and they're going to ask you, listen, police, how can we help? It's not the 911. If there's an emergency, please, something's happening right away, dial 911. The phone number is 732-248-7557. So once again, the number is 732-248-7557. If you're home and you live in a house, you know your neighbor's cars. You know which cars pull up in their driveway. For some reason, you're looking out and you see that there's somebody besides your neighbor, and you see that this person definitely does not belong in this house. that's the time you call. Like, there's 189 officers, but there's hundreds and thousands of residents here. All you have to do is pick up the phone. You're not gonna get yelled at. Even if it was a mistake, it could have been the mailman or somebody delivering a package. At least you made the effort to call. We're not gonna tell that person, oh yeah, this person from 51 Roxy told me that you were here and we're checking you out. We're not ratting people out. We understand that everybody's senses are heightened right now, but we want you to feel safe. Now, motor vehicle thefts. It's been a problem in this town for quite a while. Our mayor, I commend him. He's taking a stance on it. Most recently, I don't know if you guys know, there was a broad daylight at 4:30 in the evening on a Friday or Saturday, Jason, I believe? Friday, at Patel Brothers on Oak Tree Road. We had 3 male suspects come in and try to take this individual's vehicle. It was a high-end Bentley. It was orange in color. The video has been surfacing on social media. We have apprehended 3 of the 2 suspects. They both are juveniles. We cannot release any information from them, of them. Our detectives did old-fashioned police work. They saw that these individuals were walking and they were not using a car. So this one is a little different because most of our times when people are coming in to take your vehicle, they're coming with another car, which is most likely stolen. So these officers, these detectives did old-fashioned police work. They canvassed the area, they saw the cameras. They realized that these people were on foot and they were able to trace them. The 3rd suspect is still at large. We have our information on our social media. This picture's on. We know who it is, we just don't know where he is or what his name is. So if you guys see somebody with that identification, please let us know. There's also an award on Crime Stoppers in Middlesex County. Your vehicles, when you come home from work, these are a few tips I will advise you to do when you come home. If you have a high-end vehicle or you think you have a high-end vehicle, make sure that vehicle's locked, right? If you have a garage, park it inside your garage. Make sure the door to go inside your house is locked. Do not leave the key for that door inside the garage, because the robber is going to know that key, he's going to look for that key to get inside your house if he's not breaking that door, right? If you have a spare key to that vehicle, do not leave it inside the vehicle. We've had people leave the spare key inside the vehicle, which doesn't make sense. If you have a vehicle that's parked in your driveway and there's a garage opener, right? Somebody can break the window to your car, take that garage door opener, open your garage door and come inside your house. Now, if that door that goes inside your garage and your house is unlocked, it makes it very easy for the individual to just open the door, go inside. This is another thing we've been noticing in these crime patterns. Most people are leaving the keys right in front of the front door where they're walking in, or you're walking in from your garage in a bowl. Do not leave your keys out in the open. For me, I take the keys and I go inside the kitchen and I put it in a cup. Only me and my wife know where my keys to this car is. It's a small, simple idea, but for a criminal to go into your house, to look to your kitchen inside a cup for keys, who's putting keys in their cups? I mean, I'm telling you to do it, right?
And now we know all.
Yeah, but don't air that, sir, okay? Don't air that important tip out there. This is only for people who made it here. So these are just simple things, and I have my spare key. I have a safe upstairs in my bedroom, which is inside my closet and nobody knows about it. It's bolted to the ground. My second spare key is inside that safe. These are small, simple things, and the most important is that garage door. Let's say you leave your vehicle unlocked, right? And the garage door opener is in your car. All they have to do is press the button, and they don't have to break anything. And sometimes the new motors are so silent, in the middle of the night, you're not even going to know that your garage door is open, right? So the biggest thing, prior to this, I was a crime scene detective for about 1.5 years. I've been to a lot of burglaries processing the scene, but what I do realize is not one house that I go to had a large dog. I'm not saying, I've been to houses that there is dogs, but you know, you want a large dog if you could keep it. I'm not saying go out tomorrow and go buy a dog. That's not what I'm saying. If you like dogs, it's a great deterrent for burglars to come into your house. And again, 13 years, Jason can attest to this too. Most of these people's houses, they don't have a dog and they don't even have an alarm system. If you're going out on vacation and you know My family back in the day, we used to go to India for a month and a half. We'd leave the house unlocked. We would have people come check on the house. That's something important because you don't know who's watching your house. You're not there outside watching the house, right? I would suggest your neighbor to check up on the house, turn a couple lights on, make sure you stop your mail because your mail will be piling up outside your house. You can call the post office. Actually, you can do it online. You don't have to call them. Just go online, US Postal Service, type in your home address, and just say stop mail. It'll tell you when to start and stop. And then at some point, you have to go to the post office to collect it, right? The mail that you guys can get. Apart from that, lighting. A lot of lighting is important for your house. If I walk up to your house and I don't see my shadow, if you see your shadow, you want, because now your neighbors know that somebody's there, like from far away. Now if it's dark, your neighbors are not going to know that somebody's walking up to your house, right? If there's lighting, you're going to know, you're going to say, oh, my neighbor usually is asleep at 11 o'clock at night. I see this guy walking up to the house. So you never know, your neighbors are always up. You know, somebody's always watching, somebody's sitting outside watching, so your neighbors, and everybody here is a neighbor. You are your eyes and ears for your neighbors. You should be aware, and you just need to know that you're not going to get in trouble doing this. I want to show you something. We do this thing called the security survey on houses. We come out, I've put this out there a lot. I've only got 2 requests. We come to your house personally, if it's a residence, and we tell you how secure your house is, right? If you guys want to take my email down, that's my email, npatel@edisonpd.org. You can send me an email, and I can get you a presentation, a security survey. Hold on one second. We came to your house, but we knocked on the door. We try to unlock the door to see if it's open, not that we're coming in, but most of the times the front doors are unlocked. And if you're home, that's fine. Lock your doors, right? It just takes 3 seconds. Daytime, nighttime, just lock your door. If you go to sleep before bed, you forget to lock the door, then that's a problem. My wife's done it a couple of times. I wake up in the morning, I'm like, this door's unlocked, right? So we forget. So this house has a keypad front door, has a couple of cameras on the house. The best thing you can do is get a hardwired camera. For $40 on Amazon, you get this device. It's called a Wi-Fi blocker. All I have to do is show up to your house and all your cameras on Wi-Fi will stop working. It's $40. You can go online and buy it. These criminals are using Wi-Fi blockers when they're coming up to houses because they know everybody has a Ring camera. Ring camera runs on Wi-Fi, so they just block it, and now we don't even know who's coming up to your house. There's a simple thing for those of you who are handy. Your house front door, where the door is attached to the mechanism, there's this screw. Normally the screws, the contractors are cheap. It's like a 2-inch screw. All you have to do is take that screw out, put it in a 4-inch or more bigger screw, and you won't believe that door is going to be so secure, that person's not going to be able to break that door latch off the hinge. So most of them are 3 inches, but you have to put like a 4-inch screw or longer to go inside, right? These are simple things that you can do to protect your house. If your house has a lot of windows, they also have 3M makes this film that goes onto your glass. It's pretty expensive, but it's shatterproof. The glass won't break unless you're hitting it with a sledgehammer like for a good 4 or 5 minutes, right? But it's expensive stuff. It is out there, but this is something if you want to go above and beyond, you can have. But the dog works best, guys. I'm just letting you know. So the fencing too, we also go around your house. We see if there's any broken fences, so somebody can sneak in through somebody's backyard. There's a fence, and we just want to make sure that the property is secure. One time I went to a security survey, and the guy's ladder was right on the side of his house. All you have to do is put the ladder up. You're giving the criminal disadvantage, right? The ladder is right there. These are simple things that you don't realize. People are laughing here, but these are simple things that it's great access for a criminal to come in, put that ladder up. We had a guy use the homeowner's ladder to break into his house to get valuables. And speaking about valuables, I know during Diwali, during special occasions, is it Onam? Onam, you guys celebrate, right? We have, no? Sometimes, yeah. So there's special, I know as my mom and my sister, they wear a lot of jewelry during special occasions. When you're done wearing them, take them to a bank locker, put them over there, right? Don't leave them at home, don't leave them outside. if you have people coming to your house, if you have contractors coming in, just keep valuables aside, because I'm not saying that the contractors are coming to your house, scoping out and searching your house, but it's just less deterrence is always better, right? At night, lighting, I was talking about lighting earlier. You really want to have adequate lighting outside your house, because you don't know if you're coming home, and I don't want to scare anybody, and I don't want you to think that there's somebody always going to be hiding back there, but it is a possibility that somebody's there. If it's dark, you're not going to see them. You know, if somebody's hiding, if there was no lights and somebody's hiding by the front bush, you're not going to see these people there, right? So lighting is very important. It's very inexpensive to put up lighting. At Amazon, you can get. I did it at my house. We just moved. It was just $300. The whole house was lit up like a Christmas tree at night, and you can change the colors to the house too, right? So going back to that 3-inch, the 3-inch screw, right where the this thing doesn't work. Right where the arrow is, there's a screw in that plate. If you can place that screw where the arrow is pointing in that plate, from whatever it is now to a 4-inch screw, it makes the house more secure. And again, fire, besides criminals, we always ask, if you're living in an older home, they didn't require it back in the day, but now you need a smoke alarm and carbon monoxide alarm, and it's always important to check them, test them once a month, and make sure they're actually working, because sometimes they go bad. Burglar alarm is important. You guys go on vacation again. You're getting a notification that your house is secure, and then now, let's say somebody breaks your glass, you're in, you get a notification, hey, next door neighbor, can you check? Or call us, call that non-emergency number, let us know when you're going on vacation. We'll check the house for you, it's free of cost, it's in your taxes. We're not gonna go to Warren or Wyckoff to check your house, but you can call them. And again, this is a smaller dog, they're gonna make a noise, but I always recommend a dog. I have a German Shepherd, so we always ask to get a bigger dog. But this is the security survey that we do, and then we tell you. And going back to this picture over here, you can see how it's dark over there. So I would suggest getting like landscaping lighting, where you put a light on the bottom and it shines on top onto the greenery and shrubbery to see who's there, right? So this is basically it. I don't want to give up too much information for this house in case you guys decide to burglarize it. This is my dog, my daughter. Nobody walks next to us. So you're fine. I mean, do you feel nervous or scared?
Sometimes, like, suppose I do now, these things are happening, so, but suppose somebody is watching us,
Yes.
I know she's very
Protective.
Yes.
That's what the dog knows.
Suppose I'm outside, she's not with me,
Okay.
but somebody can follow me, or I came in the car, I parked car
Yes.
on my driveway, somebody's following me. And
So-
what options?
So I don't know if you could hear her. She asked, what if somebody's following me and I park in my driveway? What do we do? Most importantly, I always tell this, like, I've been a police officer 13 years. I'm always, even when I'm not working, this is something that just instilled in me, and Jason as well, we're always looking. It doesn't, just look around when you're driving home. If you see the same car following you, pay attention to it. Unless that person is pulling into the house next to you because he's your neighbor, if you see somebody coming, now you're driving home, you realize this person's following you for like 3, 4, 5 miles, you leave work and now this person's really following you, you shouldn't go to your house. You should drive past your house, get on the phone with 911 and say, listen, I'm not sure if this person's following me or not. And maybe they are following you. Hey, listen, this person's following me. We will have a marked unit come to wherever you are. I always suggest drive to the police station. Anytime somebody calls, they call 911. Hey, this person's following me. Where are you? I'm on Route 27 in Talmadge. Guess what? The police station's right next door. Pull right into our lot. We'll have an officer waiting for you outside. Most of the time, that other person does not follow them there. And if they do follow them, they realize it's the police department that this person's pulling up to, and then they drive off. Always be aware of where your surroundings. And again, I'm not telling you to be scared, because you're not going to live your life in fear. You want to be able to live your life the way you want to live your life, right? But be aware, pay attention, look around. Anytime you're going to a shopping center and it's at night, try to park your vehicle underneath the light, and don't park it and try to park it backwards, because let's say somebody does follow you. If this is my vehicle and I'm getting to the door here, now I'm sitting in the vehicle, but you don't know who's walking behind you, right? Take a second, look around. And even before you walk up to your vehicle, look around you. It takes 3 seconds to just go around and look around. Like, be aware of your surroundings. And again, I don't want you guys to feel like Edison is not a scary place. I can promise you this. I have other family that lived here for years. It's just right now people are after these high-end cars, which I'm not saying it's not. It's okay. You guys work hard. It's okay to have a nice car, but just be aware. Like, we had a person's car stolen. He left the key in the car with the car unlocked. It's easy. All the guy had to do is go into the front of the car, pull a door handle. Okay, the door's open. Let me sit in. Let me turn on. Oh my God, the car turned on. All he had to do is drive over in that vehicle. They're making it. You guys are making it easy for these criminals to get vehicles. Okay, the criminals are getting braces where they're coming into your house, but make it difficult. You make a noise. They come into your house. God forbid, just make a noise. Get on the phone, 911. They say the cops are on the way already. Try to be proactive about it. I'm going to ask questions here, and then I'll come to you, sir. Anybody here, sir?
Actually, in November, I think I parked my car in my driveway.
Okay.
It's completely locked.
Okay.
They opened the car, they went inside, they pulled the papers from outside the cabin.
Yeah.
It happened twice, not only me, even the tower area.
Towers.
2-3 people actually experienced the same thing.
What kind of car do you have?
I have one Honda car.
On a Accord?
That one opened it, and they pulled it everything just outside, and they checked, and they opened the dicky also.
Yeah.
But I didn't lose any valuables.
Okay.
But actually
They unlocked the car. Okay, so he just said that he had his Honda Accord that was parked in his driveway. People came. He said it was locked. Are you sure it was locked?
100%.
Okay, so he said it was 100%
Twice
locked,
for me, like twice.
and it was closed. And it was locked. So look.
Twice.
But what's the last thing you said? They didn't take anything, right? That's what you said. They didn't take anything.
They searched for some valuables. But
Did they break anything? Did they break a handle or anything? No, right? Okay. So they said, this is another thing. Look, we can try to be everywhere, but we can't be everywhere. But the best thing was, he said they didn't take anything because he didn't leave anything in the car. Okay, I know you're upset that somebody ravaged through your car. The car's there. They didn't take anything. You're actually winning, sir. But I don't want you to feel like you can't, like, these are things that we can't be everywhere all the time. There's 189 officers. If your neighbors would have seen something, we could have been there. But unfortunately, we can't be there everywhere. Crime is going to happen, but the police won't have a job sometimes if there's no criminals. Like, we don't know what to do.
I've seen in the camera recording also the hoodie.
Yeah.
2 people there.
Okay.
They opened it, they're inside.
The best thing I can say is, because they didn't take anything from you that night, it's okay. I mean, I'm not saying it's okay, but there's no way we can be there all the time. There's no set rule that we can say that you can't be 100% safe or secure all the time. There's no way of saying that. But these are a few steps you can take to deter the criminals. And did they come back twice, or they went to somebody else? You said.
No, it happened to me twice.
Okay.
Same thing happened to my neighbor.
Now, how soon was it twice? Like the same month, same day? Like
Same month.
twice in 1 month?
Yeah.
Okay. What street are you on? What street? On Tower Road? No.
Middlesex.
What town? In Edison? Okay, you're on the other side. Okay. And how recently was this? Did you call the police? Why not? You hear that, guys? I'm not making fun of you. He said it happened to him twice. They didn't take anything. Did you call the police? He said no. How am I going to know they're coming to your street, sir?
No, you have point, but actually 3 people have done
Did they call?
the same thing. No,
Nobody called? All right. I'm not making fun of you, sir. By no means am I laughing. I don't want anybody to laugh at it. But guys, the first thing I said is, let us know that this is happening, okay? Like, I cannot, you are our eyes and ears. We cannot sense that somebody broke into your car. Do you have my email?
No, yeah.
Send me an email with your address, because I don't want anybody to know where you live. And we will have more patrol on your street, right? And how recently was this, sir? November last year, sir. During the volley. All right. Anybody else? On this side, sir.
So apart from taking care of ourselves,
Mhm.
citizen police taking any proactive action, installing more cameras?
Okay, very good question. They said, apart from protecting ourselves, is the Edison Police taking any other actions? Yes, we have, how many flock cameras? 80. We have about 80 flock cameras. So flock cameras are license plate readers that are posted in town. Even I don't know what they look like, but they're like hidden. And anytime a stolen vehicle comes into town, we're notified. I actually get a text on my phone saying the reader on Roxy and Inman Avenue is hit. And this is the car, and actually shows you a picture of the car, so we know what exactly to look for. So, and besides that, we have some at Menlo Park Mall. We have stationary ones there as well. And if anybody in the community, I know the town that I live in, a resident, I guess he didn't care to pay, I think it was like $5,000 or $6,000. He had one installed at his house. So if you guys want to get together in the neighborhood, I don't know, I think our Village Point, if you guys want to get together with the HOA, put one of them at the front and the end of the entrance. But that's something you have to talk to your HOA because it's private property, right? It's not owned by the town. We can assist you to put those cameras in your complex. You know, in Westgate, I know somebody's here from Westgate. Yes, so if you guys are Westgate, you guys can put that in there too. This is good information. Anybody else? We'll take one more question here. We'll go to the other side. Sir.
Any guidance on door knockers?
Any guidance on door knocker? Very good question. All right, so door knockers will come to your house during the day and say, hey, I'm trying to sell you something about DC&G or electric, whatever. The first question you're going to ask them, hey, I want to see a permit from Edison Township. Because in order to go door knocking in Edison, you need to have a white sticker or a laminated post that says authorization to solicit, signed by the chief of police. So we know we get a picture of this person. We always have a picture of these people. Some of them are legit. They have a picture of them. We have their name, their ID. We have all information, what company, what time, and there's certain dates and times that they're able to come out to knock on your door. So if anybody here has a door knocker, don't ask them what they're selling. I don't care what you're selling. I need to see your permit. If the person says, oh, I don't have it, I said, you don't have to open the door. You can ask them from outside the door, hey, what are you selling? If you look at their people, you don't know who this person is, just say, hey, listen, you don't have a permit, I don't want to talk to you. You know, or if he says, I have a permit, and he shows you a piece of paper but doesn't really show it to you, like he's like doing one of these, no, that's not a permit, right? We want to see it.
We have a list too. We would know.
Correct, and actually, we do have a list of who's going out, so if you just call the police department at a non-emergency number, they'll be able to tell you who's going out where. We'll take a last question in the back, sir, this side.
I have apartments in Margate behind
Okay,
Margate.
okay.
So 2 incidents happened last summer. So can you do some proactive measures like?
So what were the incidents?
Home burglary, somebody breaks house.
Okay,
I think 2 incidents happened.
okay,
It was informed with the police.
yeah.
I don't know.
So
What do you do?
we try, what we do is we have certain directed patrols that we have to go to check on areas and towns. We try to get to all of them. Sometimes, besides having, I told you about proactive and reactive enforcement, we get inundated with reactive stuff. So whenever we do have time, we come out to do proactive patrolling in those neighborhoods. I've been there myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's great. Like maybe spring or summertime we can put one day stop it.
You want us to come out there? Yeah, that's fine. So do you have my email? Just send me an email with, and make sure it's okay with your HOA because sometimes they don't like us in
No,
there.
I can take care of it.
Okay, that's fine, perfect. All right, I'm gonna go to the other side, because sir, in the gray in the front, or,
The securities,
where do you live? Yes, so and by the way, the security survey is only for Edison residents. You can inform what town are you?
I'm from Millstone.
Millstone?
Yes.
Millstone State Police.
Yes.
State Police is not coming out to do it, sorry.
There's no charge for that.
Millstone, Millstone, right?
Millstone.
Millstone, yeah, State Police, they don't come out, they don't come out. My brother-in-law lives in, Millstone, yeah. Sir? Oh, sorry, the guy in the back, I get to you, sorry.
Have you heard cases of Tesla car being stolen?
No, actually, Tesla?
It's very hard, but if you have the key, because you can use your phone, I know, but there's also like the little key, the credit card key. Yes, you can take it. However, Tesla, you have your app and you kind of know where the Tesla is, you know, so nobody's really taking a Tesla unless they're doing something with it, you know what I'm saying, like a purpose. Other than that, Tesla's, because it's connection, you know the GPS, you have the app, and you kind of, you know, can see cameras and everything else kind of deal. So that's the one thing nice about Tesla. Other than that, you know, they might take your tires, they might take the things inside, you know, like I said, but that's really it for Tesla.
By the way, we had a Tesla function here, sir. Where's the guy who was the Tesla?
Right there.
He's over there in the back. So he organized the largest Tesla gathering in New Jersey, right?
Lake
So
Papiani.
You can link up with him to ask him about any Tesla questions. All right. What's your name, sir?
Vamsi.
Mr. Mumsing? Mumsing. All right, sorry, I didn't want to put him on the spot.
Let's say my car is stolen. What are my next steps?
911.
After, because I'm able to track my car.
Okay, very good question. He said, my car got stolen, what do I do? All right, you're gonna call 911, let them know the make, model. We actually try to tell people to remember their license plate numbers, because sometimes they say, and if you have your driver's license number and the car is registered to you, we can also pull that up, right? We always say that you're not following the car with another car, because most likely these criminals have weapons on them, so, and then here's another thing that people don't realize. If your car is stolen and it's out of Edison, unless we are actively chasing it, we are not going to go to another town to go get that car. We're going to call the town where that car is, and let's say it's in Newark or Elizabeth, whatever it is, and we're going to ask them to go there. I'm going to tell you this from experience. 90% of the time, Newark PD is going to say, we're busy. Right? Newark PD is so busy that your stolen car is going to be there. Yes, so it's the last resort. Stolen car. Unless your baby's in that car, or God forbid somebody's in that car, yes, it's a different story. We're going to go out there, but they're not going out to just go get your car because, it got stolen.
$1,000.
Yeah.
No, this happened to my sister. She was in Rutgers and the car got stolen from the Rutgers campus. And we were able to track it because
But did you get the car back?
we were afraid to go. So we
Did you
don't know
call the
where the
police?
car is, but we called them and they said they're busy, other town. So
Yeah.
it's been never or somewhere.
It's like I said, it's tough. You got to call Newark PD to go there. Did you ever get the car back? No.
We did not get
No.
it. We settled through insurance, but
What car? What kind of car?
it's like an Acura.
Acura.
Yeah. But now I have put an AirTag in mind.
Yeah.
So I'm able to track the car. Let's say.
So I'm gonna tell you information about AirTag. If you put an AirTag, if you guys put an AirTag in your car, and the criminal has an iPhone, you know what happens? It notifies him. What's your name?
Come on.
Mr. Kumar's AirTag is in this vehicle. It is currently following you right now. And the guy goes, oh yeah, and then he's gonna pull his phone out, and he's gonna say, show me the location of the AirTag, and it's gonna beep. It's going to beep to exactly where the AirTag is. Have you noticed this? Try it when you go home. Because I did it on my car. And my wife's like, I jumped my wife's car, my wife's like, are you chasing me?
So the issue with the AirTag was that it went down to like ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend back in the day was just throwing an AirTag in their ex-boyfriend car, seeing where they were going. So they said it was a privacy issue. So now the AirTag shows up on any surrounding iPhones and say, just to let you know, there's an AirTag nearby. Because before, you wouldn't know. right? There was nothing like that. So they're saying privacy, especially for victims of domestic violence, that thing is not that great. But now you have a notification, then like Sergeant Patel said, now you can find where it is. So the other thing is, if you're tracking cars, a lot of newer cars have GPS service. You may have to pay a monthly fee. You may get the first year complimentary. Usually it's about $10 to $15. That's up to you. It's a good tool. There's also aftermarkets. I have one in my car, the OBD. It's a diagnostic port on the bottom. T-Mobile sells the device. I think Verizon, you just plug it in. It's a 4G or a 5G device, and it shows where your car is or whatever else, like also diagnostic as well for that matter. So I said those are just a couple devices or tips that you can use instead of AirTags.
Sir in the back, somebody put their hand up.
This kid has a
Yeah.
Oh, sir.
I've seen some YouTube videos where you can just remove the speaker
For
the AirTags.
remove the speaker?
Yeah, it just doesn't beep.
Oh.
And you can find like cases of just putting it on.
Do you have my email?
Ed Patel.
Yes, that's it up there.
No, actually, you can send it to her. You can, you can send it to, just send me that link to the email. I'll look at it
Alright.
and see if I can inform somebody.
You have to open it. You have to open it. I
Sorry?
think, yeah.
Oh, it's a Robinson?
Yeah.
Wow. I like it, I like it. Sir, you have one question, come on.
My son has.
Oh, your son has a question, yes, sir.
He wants to know if you can put a fake dog, beware of dog sign.
Yes, wow. Wow, guys, we're gonna give him a hand. What's your name? What's his name? I like that. He said, can we put a fake, the beware of dog sign? Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's something that I wanted to mention to you. I know, like, back home, when I go to India, I get scared of the street dogs because they bite. Like, you're walking, you got like 4 or 5 dogs coming at you, and you're like, oh my God, this is my last day walking the street of Bombay, you know? But that's a very good answer from Walmart, Amazon. It's a $5 sign, put up in your window, beware of dogs. You won't believe that deterrence. Like, sometimes the criminals are afraid of dogs, they want nothing to do with it, they're not even gonna come, they're gonna try. But put it somewhere where they can see that sign, right? Don't put it behind the fence, put it in front of the fence. I used to have that sign, but now I like people to be surprised when they come in. That was really good. Sir?
How Edison police help on internet crime?
Sir, you're Robbinsville resident?
No Edison.
Oh. Isn't it, who's that? Oh, okay, sorry, I'm like, okay, internet crime, very good question. We recently have some kind of, we have new technology that's been coming in for like, people have been stealing a lot of cryptocurrencies and stuff, so we have the FBI has the same kind of device, I forget what it's called, it just came in, 2 or 3 guys have to go train on it, so we have a way of tracking this stuff, but it's again, we work with the FBI and outside agencies to help them out. Anything like internet-wise, if it's a serious 2nd, 3rd degree crime, we have the prosecutor's office come in, which is the Middlesex County Prosecutor's Office, and they have a whole IT division where they sweep computers, they actually have a dog that can smell hard drives. Like when we do a search warrant, we bring the dog in and the dog will search out. You know how they search for drugs, they search for hard drives. They have a dog like that looks for that.
Yeah, I reported to the FBI and the consumer and IC3, but they are not responding. Even
What's your...
This is from last 5 months.
So it's also tough. Did you get scammed for money?
Yep.
Okay. Scam for money. So you got scammed for money. It's very hard to track these kind of things, especially actually most of these crimes are overseas in another country.
So just to also remember, a lot of this internet stuff is, you're talking also Bitcoin, you're also talking other currencies. These currencies are made not to get traced, okay? And I don't know what your case was, but they have a lot of internet, a lot of phone scams these days. People calling, hey, I'm from, for example, IRS, or I'm from your grandson is in jail. So you need to go to Walmart and buy $5,000 of Apple gift cards. and then read the numbers off to us.
Do not do that.
Do not do that, because I'm telling you right now, once you give them that serial number at the back of the gift card, there's really not much we can do, okay, on our end. Whether it's police, FBI, because they'll take it and they'll probably just use it or transfer or whatever else. And it's a huge system and it's very, very hard to trace, okay?
For seniors, I just want to say that, for seniors, anybody have elder parents living with you, just let them know that the IRS or the police will never call you to tell you that your son, daughter, or whoever is with us, we need bail money. So just remember that if you can tell your
Edison
neighbors.
Police is never going to say.
Edison Police is never going to say, hey, I have your son in jail, I need $5,000 in gift cards. And do not hang up, because if you hang up, you're going to be in more trouble. We have these scams. I know some of you guys are looking at me, I got 3 heads, but these are the calls we get. We had a lady give $20,000 out in almost gift cards, and we were very astonished. I think that person was a local person, so please don't. If you can explain that to
some lady give 2 million, and I think
Crypto.
Yeah, that was it. But we had like people who are hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
Hundreds of thousands.
So don't follow. If you can advise your seniors and everybody here too, please don't do that. I had somebody else raise their hand. Yes, ma'am, in the back.
I have a question. So I'm an educator in Edison, and I
What school?
Early childhood.
Okay.
So I want to know, what safety protocols and measures do you have in place to keep students and teachers and school faculty safe? I know it's not really a concern.
So
One of my other schools a few months ago, we had an active shooter alert in the South Brunswick Monroe area, and we received absolutely no guidance. We did what we had to do internally, but my biggest concern is always keeping children safe.
So I can't speak about other schools, but I know Edison, we have an active shooter drill training,
2 years.
every 2 years, but one physically. We have we'll go in on at night when the school's closed, and we'll have our officers come in and train like a mock active school shooting. Every school in Edison, does your school have an armed officer outside?
No, so we're an early childhood school, we're not a public school.
Oh, you're not a public school. Okay, so I can't speak about private schools, but every public school in New Jersey, in Edison, has an armed security officer outside. Most of them are retired Edison police officers or other officers from agencies. They are armed. Edison High School has 2. J.P. Stevens has 2. But we do have beefed up our security for schools. No, even sometimes if the parents are coming to pick up their kids from school, if you don't have an ID, you're not picking up your kid. We have to make sure that your son or daughter says, yes, this is my mom or my dad, and they have to show a picture. There's a lot of ways that we have a lot of security. We don't just give the kid up. You have to have proper identification to come in to pick up your kids from school. For the active shooter part of the school, our protocol is the first officer on scene is going into a school, and if there's an active shooter, God forbid, every access card we have, all our officers, we have access to the schools 24/7, so all we have to do is come up, and we have the same access the teachers have, but we have it for every school, isn't it?
So, also, my wife is a teacher, so I share your concerns, okay? Everything what he said was true. Also, the children, every month in public school, they drill. Fire alarm, shelter in place, lockdown. You ask the grade school children, they know what to do better actually than we do at the time. But we actually take active shooter, any threat to the schools very, very seriously, okay? Like Sergeant Patel said, we hands-on train, we literally practice going into schools once every 2 years. That is mandated by Attorney General, okay? We also are encouraged to walk around the schools and this now. We actually have blueprints of all schools in Edison. We just pull a computer, I know which room. We have certain doors, again, tactics that we can use to go in. And also, I know the school system has a monitoring system, especially on the Chromebooks and whatever. Any kid, any whatever, says, hey, I'm going to do this. flags it right away, tells the school administrator, then we go, I've actually done a few checkups on, hey, by the way, mom, dad, did you know so-and-so said this on the computer to someone else? And we go from there.
So, I know obviously internally we have protocols that we follow and our teachers do on a monthly basis. We can definitely speak offline after this, but
Sure.
is there a way that you guys can come in like one evening and do some
This
kind
is
of, like,
this is
extra-
early childhood?
Yeah, and do just
So-
like extra proactive.
So unfortunately, because you're in a private sector, there's liabilities with this stuff. Can't take the liability. God forbid there's a school shooting, we can't be liable for that. So there are other companies out there that does like private sector, you can ask them. But the police department, I've got a question asked a lot of times. We can come in to tell you how secure the school is, but we can't give you protocols on what you should do. And God forbid you do it and then something happens and they're not going to take the liability. Sir, on the front, I know you had a question.
What is the career path in police department?
What is the career path? Like,
How do they start as a sergeant or just?
okay, so what is the career path? I mean, police, we'll give you a rundown. So, in order to be a police officer now, they're requiring you to have at least 60 college credits in Edison. A full college degree is not required, but it's there. Some people coming from the military, they transfer over, they have some college credits. You are required to do a physical fitness test, a psychological test, and a health test. You have to be at least 18 years old. I was 21 when I got hired.
U.S. citizen.
U.S. citizen. You have to be a U.S. citizen. We used to.
They start with what do they start with? Sergeant or?
They start off. Everybody comes to patrol as a patrolman, detective, sergeant, lieutenant, captain, deputy chief, chief. So we have one chief, one deputy chief, five captains, 6 captains, and 18 lieutenants, 40 sergeants, and about whatever the rest is, 100-something officers.
So each town has their own like that?
Every town is different.
Depending
So
how big you are. Some towns are smaller, you go from patrolman to sergeant to chief, depending how big you are.
yeah,
you know?
but most towns are patrolman, sergeant, lieutenant, captain, deputy chief, chief.
How about the state police?
That's different.
That's a different
I don't know.
way.
I'm not gonna tell you. They're like sergeant first class, second class, lieutenant first class. They have a lot of different. The main guy is the Colonel Callahan. He's the main person in charge. By the way, 7:30 is my cutoff time here. You have about 12 minutes. So any last 2 questions before we wrap this up? Anybody? Hey guys, you guys are leaving?
Yeah, because I got booked.
Oh, sorry for letting you know the time. Ma'am? Yes, ma'am.
He's going to join.
Someone, like I have no phone, no watch, no nothing. But what if someone just like walks up to you and then like tries to kidnap you? What do you do with them?
Is that your mom next to you?
Yeah, she's right here.
Yeah. What'd you say?
No phone, no phone.
How old are you, ma'am? Can I ask, how old is she?
I'm 12.
Who said that?
She's 12.
That's the dad.
Why are you sitting back there? What happened? You guys fought today? No? Okay. So you have a point. So unfortunately, you're a minor, hon. I can't give you any advice. You're gonna have to talk to mom and dad. Yeah, she's a minor, ma'am. She's under 18, so I can't really speak to her about how. But please discuss this with mom and dad at home. I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing, and then the policeman in Edison said to get you a phone, and now I have a phone. I don't want that to happen. So I don't want to be in trouble. What school, ma'am, are you in? Herbert Hoover. Very nice. My wife went there. Nice. Last question. Anybody, sir?
What's the policy of driving in high beam light? I see most of the people drive in high beam, especially at night time.
So I'm gonna, the gentleman asked you, what is your high beams? But I'm gonna tell you this from experience. An Acura, a Honda, and I believe an Audi, their regular headlights are like high beams, and the high beams are like floodlights. And he said BMW as well, but
Tesla.
Yes.
Teslas sometimes, not all the time. But these vehicles naturally have a high intensity light, and that's something that we can control. All right, that was the last question. Where's my organizer at, sir?
Gamyam is the slogan. So basically, it is service is the motto. Since then, service is the biggest motto of NATS, and we have been doing so many service activities every year. Coffee with Cop is one of the signature event we do every year in most of the NATS chapters. NATS is active more than 15 cities. We do every year, and last year we did in Warren County. Aruna Garu organized that one. So we felt it was very good, and I contacted the Edison Police Department, and they graciously accepted our request, and this is lot of crowd turnout, and it is a success, and thanks to Edison Police Department, and especially Sergeant Patel and Sergeant Chan. And thank you very much for even the Friday evening aina kuda more than 100 people showed up. Thank you very much. And
So this is our first time doing this event with your organization. It's actually the first time an organization has asked us to do something like this, and I hope other organizations. That's good. So I want to say thank you for coming out, and he sent me an email, and again, I didn't expect these many people to show up, so I thank him. Most of the Edison residents, so our message as a police department is to be welcoming, and people see the police officers. Sometimes they're angry, sometimes they're not, but we want you to have a sense that there's officers out there, you can go up to them and say hello, have a smile, but we always want to let you know that anytime you need help, we're here for you, at least the Edison Police Department. Our Mayor, Sam Joshi, our Chief Brian, our Deputy Chief Dudash, they're awesome supporters of this program. And I want to say thank you to them for allowing a community policing officer to come speak to your organization. I've had conversation with members here. I know that you guys go out and help people in the community. And I did not know that, so now I'm actually going to reach out to you because we have things that we can speak and you can help Edison Township in a way. We appreciate your help, sir. Thank you so much.
We have 24/7 help in NATS for Telugu. So anybody, if any issue, they can call our helpline. So we are always there. It could be legal issue, or it could be immigration issue, it could be domestic violence issue, anything. So we are always open. We have a dedicated helpline team. So elanti problem aina sare meer call chesthe we are there to help. And atlane NATS membership, if people are here, take the NATS membership. There is a 50% discount. And please take the membership. Thank you.
NATSworld.org. NATSworld.org is the link to see, and all our activities are there. So please take aware. Please go NATSworld.org. Become a member. We have a special 50% off, and thank you all. Thank you all for coming for a limited time. Yes.
Yeah, and this NATS membership. Yeah, this NATS membership too. As you all know that we're doing so many activities, we want to expand our base to many people, and we want to invite new members also to the organization. You also join in the service, and all of our leadership here, including our pastors, our board chairman, immediate board chairman, we have requested our leadership here. Please join us. Please join this membership. Here, we have a life membership. For total family, life membership generally is $100. The life membership includes a husband and these kids also. You can join that. This is a $100 membership. Now, we have good giving promotion like that. 50% discount for $50. You can join as a member, and you can have a lot of benefits in this membership, particularly any paid events like Bala Samaralu, your kids need to participate in anything, you get a discounted price, and then you have to join this. Go to natswara.com and you have become a member. There, you enter all the membership. We have a promotion. You have a promotional code field. There, please enter save 50. Please keep remember this. Save 50. That gives the membership for $50. Thank you all.
Thanks to Police Department, and this is a very good initiative. So, thank you.
Speaker is next board of director.
Thank you everyone for attending this one, and it's very successful. Hope you all got very good information, and please share your family and friends in addition, and even in other cities too, so that like they can be aware of all the learnings here. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sergeant Patel from the Edison Township Police Department. I'm in charge of the Community-Oriented Policing Unit. I was approached today by NATS organization to have a community meeting. I wasn't sure that these many people were going to show up. I'm actually surprised. We had informative question and answers with the community about how to keep yourself and your family safe. These are a few tips that you could, when it airs, you can think about keeping your family safe. And if anybody has any questions, please feel free to reach out to the Edison Police Department. My name is Sergeant Patel. You can reach out to my email anytime. And I just want to say thank you for NATS for coming out to.
Thank you, sir.
I really appreciate you guys coming out, because I think the Edison Police Department is going to reach out to you to for some kind of help for the community members.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Good evening, namaskaram to everyone. Thank you to Edison Police Department for hosting this. It was a very informative session today, and NATS appreciates the service that Edison Police Department had done. It was a lot of useful tips and information that you guys had given. And Coffee with Cops is a program that NATS has been doing, and it's been for many years. And instead of the public going out to an event, NATS takes this event to each of the communities as a community reach event, and reaches out and make sure this information is given out to everyone. We really appreciate, and we're very grateful. Thank you.
Everybody, andarki namaskaram. North America Telugu Society, NATS for short, signature event Coffee with a Cop. E programu today with Edison Township Police Department conduct chesamu. It was a tremendous response. Friday evening chala mandi vachi chala informative tips తీసుకున్నారు. Dr. Sergeant Neil Patel Garu, he gave us many important tips, informative tips to how to keep ourselves safe from various crimes that come up in our daily lives. So thank you so much. We appreciate this very much. And we thank the entire public that came out today to avail of these wonderful program that we have conducted. Thank you, Srihari Garu. Thank you, TP Garu, the entire board members and members who have come here. So we thank you all, and please do join NATS. NATSworld.org has all the information. We have a membership promo which gives you 50% off for a limited time. So please do come on and join our group and members, and avail of our new, many informative sessions and informative services that we provide. Thank you so much.
My name is Srihari Mandadi Andi, NATS Board of Director. So today we had a Coffee with Cops session Andi. This is the NATS signature event. We conduct this event every year throughout the country in different NATS chapters. And last year also we conducted in New Jersey. I requested the Edison Police Department about this event. They came forward to help the community, and thanks to Edison Police Department Chief Tom Bryan and also Edison Mayor Sam Joshi for accepting this session today. And Sergeant Patel is the one coordinated very closely, and Sergeant Chang also helped. And thanks to entire Edison Police Department. And NATS is the organization, and it is service is the motto. And we have the 1-888 for Telugu helpline number. If anybody has any problem, they can always call that number. We have a dedicated helpline, and the helpline team can help. It could be immigration, it could be a legal issue, it could be domestic violence. Any issue, you can call this number. Our team can help. And thank you very much for crowd to come today. And even though Friday evening in Agoda, more than 100 people they got the benefit from this session today. Thank you very much for this session, and especially for Edison Police Department serving the community. Thank you very much.